በአማርኛ እንዴት ዋላችሁ? እንኳን ደህና መጣችሁ። በጣም ደስ ብሎናል። እዛ ስንታይ በጣም እናምራለን። ዌልካም ሁለቱ ነው የሚያወሩልን። ሰው ዶክተር ሀይዲ የምታወራለን የጤና ጉዳይ ነው። የልጆች ጤና እና የሴቶች ጤና ላይ ሞራት የተላዛ ላይ ነው የምታወራው። ደርማስ ደግሞ ሞር ስለ ትምህርት ልጆቻችንን እንዴት አድርገን ሬጅስተር እናደርጋለን የ2020 እና የ2021 ያለው ሙሉ ሬጅስትሬሽን ፎርሙን በሙሉ ትነግረናለች። ሆፕፉሊ ጥሩ ጊዜ ይኖራል ተስፋ አደርጋለሁ። ኦኬ ዘይት ፈልጡኒ ምሕረት ይባሃል ናይ ሎሚ ኣጋይሽና ኣጋይሽ ዶክተር ሃይዲ ብዛዕባ ናይ ጥዕና ክተምክረና እያ። እንደን ዳርማስ ድማ ብዛዕባ ናይ ቆልኡትን ናይ ዓበይትን ናይ ትምህርቲ ኦፖርቹኒቲ ስለዚህ ሰው ብጽሞና ክንከታተላ Please help me to welcome Damaris to the stage.
If you have a QR code scanner, your kids probably come home with something like this. It's on your phone. If you scan it, it'll take you to a newsletter. I also put it inside of the Viber. It looks so. As I mentioned, I was an ESL teacher. I had 10 languages in my classroom one year. And I speak English and I know Spanish. I had no Spanish speakers, but as an ESL teacher, I had fourth graders, some who never were in school before, because in their countries they weren't allowed to. But in our classrooms, we use different ways to make it understandable for them. So I tell any parent, if you are offered the ESL program, to allow your child to be in there, because your teachers are going to help them to grow as learners in English. The other thing I wanted to say on the website, or on the site here, I put in Northside, you can see which campuses have full day pre-K. There are 44 campuses that have full day pre-K. Northeast, they have schools that have full day pre-K. So if you are on the site, you can click on it to see. I want to talk about, again, our public schools. They offer a lot of programs for our parents. If you did not know, they offer free ESL classrooms to our parents. They also offer free GED classes for our parents. So if you are in Northside, they offer classes Monday through Friday from 8:45 and sometimes all the way up to 9. So there is a number that's at the bottom here. If you live in Northside, like Rhodes Elementary, the phone number is here. It's the 210-397-8109, and they will have you come in person to fill out the paperwork. If you live in Northeast, they offer free ESL classes to people who are 19 years and older, as well as if you want to work towards getting your high school equivalency. So that's also known as your GED. So they offer that to our parents as well. Sometimes they have those classes at your child's school during the daytime. Also with San Antonio ISD, if you have a child in that school district, they offer the adult secondary education, which is your GED, as well as ESL. Learn about being a computer engineer. They can learn more about health and careers. Also, if they're interested in possibly being an engineer, thinking about working for NASA, more with astronomy, they have those different programs. And so in Northside at Jones Middle School, in the next school year, they will have a magnet program. the high schools have magnet programs. In Northside, they have a construction and career where they build the tiny homes, as you've seen on TV, where people live in. They also have, if they want to be a CNA, they can work towards their certification in high school. They have a business and careers, as well as for computer science. So those are all free programs that parents can apply to for their children. So again, lots of courses that your kids can take as compared to maybe in a private or charter school. The courses that they offer for your kids are more limited. The other piece I wanted to say is if you have children who have special needs, maybe they have speech delays or they learn differently, they will be in a classroom with a certified special education teacher. So that's really important for you to know that our school system offers testing to diagnose children for their learning needs.
magnet program زارت زنها حجي إزي أبناي حدا أبناء سبعة زلا أبناي نورد إيست بحال ناي حدا بيت متمالكي تعرفوا إتي عينة program إنتاي كامجل بتعرفيهم سي توقعسي نزع أي كم زلوا حجي نا حدا أبناء سبعة زلا كم engineering or بيتعلي ناي ناسا كبنا عينة كم نتون قرصي كامجل متعرفيهم سي بنزع إزي عينة program دي ندك حسينا تمسكهم مؤكد عينة programات ولا لاي أبناء health program جي كم نبعثين إياه لأن أب high school كلوسي يمهرون مالته حجي إذا عينة نزع
School district, those services are for you for free. So this is with San Antonio ISD. So they also offer community education. They offer dance classes for your children, cooking classes for yourself. Some of those, they also have tennis classes for young kids on Saturday. They offer swimming. There's swimming facilities that your children can use too. So again, because you are a taxpayer and you live within the school zone, you can utilize the services that they offer. This is for all school districts, yes. So that is the difference between, again, our charter and public schools. They may not offer family education classes as well as GED classes for free. Because it is publicly funded, they use those monies to support not only our children, but also their families. So please take advantage of it. I've taught actually the ESL classes. They're small, other adults. And so it's a great opportunity if you want to improve in your English for free.
كاتيوم ناي ESL هرم دبلنا مالتي من ناي ESL من هنا كل طبقات تزارب إلى English and Spanish تزارب كلاسي دم لأن كبار عسل طبقات تزارب وقرب ربعين ما تكمل English وزاي مالتي حجي كيلا كلاس كنورم كلماتي بسوق عينة مجدتاتنا نتذكر English كم كلا يقوم سلسلة ولا مالتي دخلنا نقدر كل جوا الناس بزوج تفعلاني نقدر جيرنا كنورم نزعل مالتي وتوقع جد لا كاسي كم ESL كم سناي program عندنا نحن نوصل الناس إذا عن عندنا نقول زلنا مالتي لكن أبتنا نور سايدز بالآتهم كات لا أبريكي كل يكون full time فيديو زي يا part time عينتها حجزي لا full time عينوتي عينت بتريكي pre-K full time تمرة which means كله معاكي pre-K كل شيء كله معاكي إذا كنتي أبتنا نور سايد تفضل أنا أهلي لكن كلا زجاج ودماني ناينة أنا ESL which means English كم كلا يقوم قوي ما ناي GED program كاني إذا كنت عايز نولادي لكن أبتي public schools كتبنا نتولد خير بس بنزاس إذا عايز حاجة سي يهوي أو تبلا حجي كابسوني كسا عربي زي المالتي ካብ ሶኒ ክሳብ ዓርቢ ካብ ንግሆ ወደለ 9 ጀሚሩ ክሳብ ሰዓት 9 ዘሎ ግዜ ክላሳት ይዳለው እዮም ማለት ሕጂ ኣብዚ ክሳተፍ ዝደሊ ወላድ ዘሎ ቴሌፎን ቁጥሪ ድማ ኣብቲ ዌብሳይት ኣሎ እታ ቴሌፎን ቁጥሪ 2 ባዶ 39 7 ባዶ 9 ኣውላ ኣብቲ ኩሉ ዝትምሮ ዘላሲ ንዛረብ ነምበር ሙሉ ኣብቲ ሊንክ ሰዳቱ ዘላ ኣብኡ ኣሎ ሕጂ ክትመሃር ትደሊ ትኾንካ ብኣካል ጌርካ ትድውል ነማ ቆፀራ ይሕዙካ ከድካ ብኣካል ሽዑ ዝምላእ ኣሎ ወራቕቲ መሊና ብኡ ጌርና ንብል ማለት እዩ ሰብ ብዙሕ ሓገዝ ኣለዎ ማለት እዩ እቲ እየሰ ኩሉ እዚ ዓይነት ቤት ትምህርቲ ልዕሊ 19 ዓመት ንዝኾኑ ካብ 19 ዓመት ንላዕሊ ማለት እዩ ሕጂ እንታይ ትብላላ እቲ ቤት ትምህርቲ ዘዳልዎ ሲ ሓንሳሲ ልክዕ ምስ ደቅኻ ኣትኻስ ምስ ደቅኻ ክትወፅኡ ትኽእል ኢኻ ኣብቲ ናይ ደቅኻ ትምህርቲ ዘለዎ ሰዓታት ኣብኡ ኣትኻው ዝምህሩ ክስታይሲ ኣሎ ግዜታሲ ኣርዮ ዝኽብዎ እዮም እንደገና ናይ ሳን አንቶኒዮ ISD ትብላላ ከዓኒ ኣብኡ ኣቲና ድማ ብዛዕባ ናይ GED ናይ ሲቪክስ ወይ ድማ ናይ ኦንላይን ኮርስስ ክንሩኻ ሓገዝ ናይ መንግስቲ ማለት ብነፃ እዩ ኩሉ ዝትብሎ ዘላ ክንረኽበሉ ንኽእል እንደገና ናይ ቴኒስ ወይ ናይ ሕምባስ ንደቅኻ ሲ ብዙሕ ነገር ኣሎ ናይ ኩክ ናይ ምግቢ ኣሰራርሓ ክተረፈ ነቲ እቲ ዕላማ ናይ ፓብሊክ ስኩል ስለቶም ተምሃሮ ጥራሕ ዘይኮነሲ ነቲ ወላዲ ከይተረፈስ በየን ይሕልሲ ሕጂ ኣብቲ ከባቢኻ ዘሎ ቤት ትምህርቲ ታክስ ስለትኸፍለሉ ዘለካ በቲ ታክስ መጠንሲ ቤት ትምህርቲ ነቲ ተምሃራይ ጥራሕ ዘይኮነ ነቲ ወላዲ ዘሕግዝ ዓይነት opportunities ይዘዳሉ ስለዚ ንጠቀመሉ
The last thing I just wanted to say about registration is to make sure your kids are up to date on their shots, because when you register your kids, they're going to want your updated shot records. They will also ask for their birth certificate, a form of income for you to share, also a bill from your house, maybe your electric bill. And so you have to have all of that paperwork when you go to register your kids. So as you know, not this week, but next week is spring break. That means no school for a whole week. So the kids will be home with you. So you're probably thinking what to do, right? Well, in the city, there's lots of things to do that are for free. So I've added that onto the site. The first thing is the library. The libraries in the city, San Antonio Public Library. There's one off of Vance Jackson called the Cody Library. They're going to have a big caravan, like a big van, where families can go inside with their kids and you can get free books. So that's going to be on Monday, March 11th at 10:15 off of Vance Jackson. They also have a baby and me time where they read to you. Also, they have a toddler, so that's for children who are 1 and above. If you have not signed up for the San Antonio Public Library, please go and do it. Your children can check out 50 books at a time. And each child can have their own library card. So if you have 3 kids, you can have over 150 books at home. So the San Antonio Public Library is free. You just sign up and you can check out lots of books. On Tuesday at the San Antonio Museum of Arts from 12 to 4, it is free. It's called a Patterns Palooza. It's a free family day, so you can take your kids to go see the art museum. It's beautiful on the Riverwalk, and the doors are open for free. On Tuesday as well, the Whitty Museum, which is by Incarnate Word going towards there. It's free on Tuesdays, and it is from 3 to 8. The children really like it because they have a big statue of dinosaurs. And so if your kids love dinosaurs, they can go and see how do they discover them there. Also on Wednesday, there's a park that's just down the street. They're having the astronomy in the park where they're bringing out telescopes and your kids can look to see the planets and the stars. So that's a free event as well. On Thursday at the McNay Art Museum, they're having art, music, food in the park. So that's from 6 to 9 that children can go to as well. If you didn't know, Lakeshore, which is across the street from North Star, is a store. Every Saturday they have free crafts for family. So they have one on the 14th, and it's a book called Llama Llama. Maybe some of your kids have read it. It's a lot of fun. So that is free for kids too. And then that same Saturday at McAllister Park, which is another large park in the city, they're having a kite festival. So they'll have food, and if you have a dog, they can bring them there too. So these again are just all free things in the city that you can do with your kids, but part of the best bet is going to the library, having your kids read to you, and being able to check out different books.
كل حاجة زي اليوم قلعت مالتي هجي نعمت دون يوم تجيبوا زربا قلعت عليه وين كمهال خلوسي حاجة زي اليوم قد يفهم ديرجو قد يفهم كل يوم قلعت قد يفهم ترى اليوم ينقعد كل يوم كل كسيلهم ديرجو مالتي وين مالي أوتيزم زبهال زلوا قلعة مالتي هجي أبناء من قستي تخوينو نعوم أبس زبالة بقع زخانة من مالتي بتناتهم زلوا كنتاتهم أتصنعهم سي كم يجرناس كنت حجزهم مزقلنا إلهم مالتي بتناتهم أدلاينتو بتني تناتهم جرهم سي يحجزهم كم عينت مدباتهم يبدأوا أب نايم قستي أبناء public schools مالتي
Right now, their children are visiting the different middle schools. They take the 5th graders to 6th grade, but they, like you said, your child is at Jackson. They don't have to go to Jackson. If you apply to the different magnet programs, they'll provide transportation to go to that magnet program. So it may not be at Jackson. So Bradley has a magnet program, Lopez Middle School. So they provide transportation if they're accepted into that magnet program. So it's based off of, they'll look over the whole student, so also looking at when they applied, if they applied within that window, and what are the interests. So lots of parents will pick their top schools that they want to go to, and it depends on how many openings they have for that particular school. So it's like a first come, first serve when that window opens to apply and put your top campuses that you would like your child to go to. Mm-hmm.
ትራንስፖርቴሽን የዳሉ ቀን ገለፈ አሉ ሳይት የዳሉ እንደገና ሓድታታ ጽፈት ከርሜላ ፈተናታት ኣወዲ ክወስዶ ዘለና ክትመርፅ ከለሃሲ ፈተናታት ክወስዶ ዘለና ሲ ኣሎ እዩ ትላላሙ ፈተና ዘይኮነሲ ቀዲሙ ዝተመዝገበ ቀዲሙ ይኣቱ ስለዚ ቀዲምካ ፈርስት ካም ፈርስት ነቲ ቀዳማይ ዘበለስ ቀዳማይ ሓለዚ ውሃቦት
I can add a link on here to the magnet schools if you want to find out more information. Okay, yeah. Especially for middle school, Northeast has more magnet middle schools. North Side only has one for middle school, but they have it for high school. The other thing I wanted to tell you, as we know, San Antonio, we have 17 school districts. So other cities like Houston, if you live within Houston, they have one school district. San Antonio, we have 17, which is important to know because your address where you live at is very important for you to know if you're in, let's say, North Side, Northeast, South San, East Central. So I put a website there. It's called Go Public. If you go to that website, you can learn about all of the school districts we have here in the city. Also, where it says your address matters, I put a link there. When you click, if you live in Northside, if you click on that link and type in your address, you can find out what is your elementary school, your middle school, and your high school. The same is for Northeast. You can find out your feeder pattern. That means your elementary, middle school, high school. And I also put for San Antonio ISD. Also, if you want to know how does the state rank your school, they give them either A, B, C, D, or F. I put a link on there that says check your school rating. You can type in your school. Even if your school is a charter school, you can type it in and find out how the state has ranked your school. So that's very important to know. Also, you see here where it says pre-K. If you have a 4-year-old, very important because pre-K registration has opened. As I put here, 90% of the brain is developed before the age of 5. So that is very important. If we are offering, the school districts are offering now more free pre-K, also full day. Those are opportunities for your children. I want to tell you how your kid can be eligible. So one, they have to be 4 before September 1st. That is important. That is September 1st is the cutoff for everything for your kids getting in school. I have a 4-year-old and his birthday is October 31st, so he could not start school. So now he's going to start next year. Yes, I don't know why it's September 1st. Yes, so that is an important date to always remember. You have to, one of the big pieces, if you speak another language at home, if you put on your paper, the paper you fill out is called a home language survey. So if you put, I speak Tigrinya at home, that is great. So then what they will do, they will give your child an English test. If they say that they are an English learner, they qualify for free at home. And they say that they're an English learner, they qualify for free pre-K. No, so when they are identified as an English learner, they will be in an ESL classroom, which means their teacher will have 2 certifications. She will have a certification to teach everything, as well as ESL. They're in the same classrooms for all children. It's just their teacher has a different certification.
Unless, my question is in my class, unless they improve their teacher, if they don't improve, they're not flowing in English, it's going to start until they reach high school. Because my son, my oldest one, when the first time we come to the US, he was in Indian class. And he improved, but they pushed him until like high school he had to take. Yeah. Just because he's second language English. So, how's that?
So they have to take, in a lot of your children right now, if they're identified as an English learner, are taking a test called TELPAS. That is the state examination for English. And so they have to reach a certain level, which is advanced high, for them to not be considered ESL. The good thing about it though, when children, we have parents who deny the program. We call them parental denial. That means they do not want their kid in the ESL program. But what happens is that teacher that is teaching them is not certified in ESL, which means they're not making their learning understandable for them. So when they're with the ESL teacher, they're not in a separate class. They're in the same class with everyone. It's just that that teacher has another certification. Which school is she at? So Rose Elementary. Rose Elementary for pre-K. Yes, Francis Rhodes. Yes, so that is in Northside, the school district I work in. They have pre-K ESL, but for kinder, they do not have ESL. She will have to go to an ESL campus. I believe that campus may be Thornton. And they provide transportation to children. Yes. So Rhodes Elementary does not offer ESL past pre-K. So kinder through 5th grade, they do not have ESL. If you want your child to stay there, you will have to deny the ESL program. Okay? You're welcome.
ሕጂ እዚኣ ክፍላፅንካ ብዛዕባ ናይ ክፍልታት ናይ ቤት ትምህርትታት ማለት እዩ ቤት ትምህርትታት ናይ ሰን አንቶኒዮ ናይ መንግስቲ ማለት እዩ ኣብ 17 ክፍልታት ተኸፊሉ ሰን አንቶኒዮ በበቲ ወገዛውቱ ወይ በበቲ ወገኑ ማለት እዩ ሕጂ ኣብ 17 ላ ሕጂ እንታይ ትበላ ኣድረስ ንስኻ ትቕመጠሉስ ብጣዕሚ ኣገዳስነት ኣለዎ ኣብ ናይ ቤት ትምህርቲ ክኸይድ ትደለለ ትቆልዓ ማለት ኣብ ናይ መንግስቲ ትኾንስ ኣብ ዝደለካ ከይትማክተብ ዝግበን በትናትካ ናይ ገዛውትካ ማለት ሕጂ እንታይ ትበላ ኣብቲ ኣሰሪዳቶ ዘላ ሊንክ ጎ ፓብሊክ ዝብል ኣሎ ኣብቲ ጎ ፓብሊክ ኣትኽን ብዛዕባ ኣበይ ናይ ዲስትሪክት ወይ ናይ ኣበይ ናይ ክፍሊ ናይ ቤት ትምህርቲ ደቅኻ ክኸይድ ኣሎ በትናትካ ኣድረስ ጌርካ ክፍለጥ ኣበይ ከም ትኸይድካ ብስእልካ ክፍለጥ ማለት እዩ ሶ ሕጂ እንታይ ትብላ ኣብቲ ሊንክ ኣትኽን ኣብቲ ጎ ፓብሊክ ትብል ሊንክ ሰዓትኽን ማለት እዩ ኣበይ ናይ ቤት ትምህርቲ ደቅኻ ከመስግቦ ክትፈጣ ትኽእላ ኢኹን እንደገና ድማ ብዛዕባ ናይ ኖርት ሳይድ ትብል ሊንክ እውን እቲ ኣላ ስኻ ኣብ ኖርት ሳይድ ኮይኑሲ ኣበይ ናይ ቤት ትምህርቲ ወካዓሊ ኣብካ ክትመርፃ ትኽእላ ኢኹን ኩሉ በቲ ናይ ካልእ ሳይድ እውን ኣሎ ዝኣትአት ዘላ እንታይ ትብላ ኣበይ ናይ ቤት ትምህርቲ ተምሮም ኣለውካ ዝኾነ ወላ ብሻርተር ስኩል ወላ ዝኾነ ዓይነት ቤት ትምህርቲ ኮይንካ ከመይ እዩ እቲ ቤት ትምህርቲሲ ብንፅነት ወይ ድማ ከመይ እዩ ዝምዘን ክትፈልጦ ተረገናሲ ሊንክ ሰዲዳላ ስኻ ቼክ your school rating أو أعتقد إن كمان بيت تتوقع كمان بناء الاستناء تكساسي بناء هجرة تكساسي كمان ريت تقول يا زلمة وما أنزله كنت أتكلم بتي عليه جدا كنت أتكلم أو أعتقد مالته أو zip code zip code أوكي لكن أنا نت أنا يتمنى كودرس أنا تقربعتها وإذا بريكي بيسميت مالت مزحتو بريكيسي بنزعتو كلها زوفولي بنزحتو خارج مالت حنتي نزع زخون خاني بمنتايسي بوع تخون تخلي لها حبريتها هبانا بخمي كواليفاي بقبل نزع مالتي حجي انتاينا حد خابتي نزع مرون زخل أبقزا ترى قالوا أوقع ززارو بخونهم سدرو مالتي حجينا أبنت هنا تغنيا نزارو بأبقزانا كم بدرونيا كم نزارو ترى فنيدو እዚህ ሓደ ካብቲ ብቑጥ ዝገብሮ ነቲ ቆልዓ ማለት እዩ ትግርኛ ስለዝዛረቡ ሓገዝ ከልዮም ስለዝኽእል ናይ ESL ዝበሃል ፕሮግራም ኣሎ ኣብ ከምኡ ይኣቱ ብነፃ ይመሃሩ ማለት እዩ ናይ ብሪኬት ማለት ሕጂ ኣብዚ ሕቶ መፅኣ ነይራ ንደቅኻሲ ኣብ ESL ምእታውሲ ፀገም ምፃ ኣለዎ ድሓሪ ኣብ ፊውቸር ሕጂ እዚ ወላዲ ኣይደልን ይኽእል ምርጫ ኣሎ حجي ESL بمخانو كنت بلانا كارتيم تمهارو يفل معنى ديكون سي نخوضو عينة تمهارو حامل كتقبل تخيل بغعت زخونة من أو ناتا كلاس يأتون معنى تقول عينة كتقبل تخوض دلتا نمبر أما هراء كمكال أيقو أمبوس لزخونة سي فيرد أولو دا أيرد أولا نوي إتا عينة ينبيو أما هراء كما يفو مالتيو كوم جيران كفلورهم تخيل أقوم أيدادن ينتكاقن نام تحت أتو مالا هدك خمالتيو نام قوم سبيشالايز يقبرت نامبير أبكالي كلاس كالي نام باش حاجز يدوم تقولسي تزلف حاجز أيقو إمبر أبنى تأسي جفتاقم عين تعمل تولك نارجاز مالتو
يوديتي አማርኛ እንፈልጋለን እንዴ?
ናይ birth certificate እና ሄዳለና ናይ ኢንካም እና ናይ አካውንት ገዛ ዝህብር ፎርም እንደገና ናይ እቺ ማለት ዝኾነ ዓንዳ ናይ ዝኾነ ቤት ናይ አድረስ ዘለዎ ማለት ናይ አቦ ወይ ናይ ዘለዎ ቆራሎ ስለና ነፃለና ብዛዕባ ስፕሪንግ ብሬክ ወይ ድማ ዕረፍቲ ኣሎ ሕጂ ዊንተር ተወዲኡ ናብ ስፕሪንግ ስለናብሰለና እዚኣሶም ዘይኮነ ስታትነት ዘለና ሶም ካብ ሶኒ ጀሚሩ ክሰዓቱ ትምህርቲ የብሎም ቆርፅ ዕረፍቲ እዮም ሕጂ ብዛዕባ ውሲ እንታይ ክንገብር ንኽእል ትብላና ሕጂ ሓደ ካብቲ ነጥብታት ጠቂሳቶ ዘላ ናይ ሳን አንቶኒዮ ፓብሊክ ላይብራሪ ማለት ሕጂ እንታይ ትብላና ኣብ ዝኾነ ይኹን ናይ ፓብሊክ ላይብራሪ ነዚ ዓዲ ክሳይ ንግበር ኣባላት ንኩን ኣይክፈሎን ሕጂ ንቆልዓ ከይተረፈ ይፍቀዶ እዩ ንደቅና ከይተረፈስ ይፍቀዶ እዩ ሓደ ሰብ ክንደይ መፅሓፍ ከውፅእ ፍቀዶ 50 መፅሓፍ ብዘይካ መፅሓፍቲ ከዓ ዲቪዲ ኣሎ በብዓይኑ ሲዲታት ኣሎ ናይ ሙቪ ከይተረፈ ክንካል እውን ንኽእል ኢና ማለት እዩ ግን ከም ገነት ትብሎ ዘላ ኣብ ግዜና ንምለስ ኣብ ግዜና መሊስና ብጥንቃቐ ንሓዞ ማለት ነቲ ንብረት ድሕሪኡ እንታይ ትብላና ኣብ ኮዲ ላይብራሪ ንሶኒ ማለት እዩ መጀመርታ ተጀምረና ዓረፍቲ ሶኒ ናይ ከምዚ ዓብ ማኪና ኣሎ ናይ ስድራ ቤት ግዜ ኮይኑ ማለት እዩ ብነፃ ኣብኡ ኣቲካ ኣብቲ ቫን ከይድካ የድልኻ ማለት እዩ የርእዩካ ገለ እንደገና ብነፃ መፅሓፍ ትወሃብ ናይ ቆልዑት ከይተረፈ መደብ ኣለዎ ማለት እዩ እዚ ካብ ሰዓት 10 ርብዕ ትምህርታ ፕሮግራም ማለት እዩ ናይ ህፃውንቲ ንኣሽቱ ህፃውንቲ ማለት እዩ ናቶም ከይተረፈ መፅሓፍቲ የብብሎም እዮም ናይ ግዜ ናይ ምንባብ ግዜ ኣለዎም ናይ ቶበር ካብኦም ዝንእሱ ደቂ ሓደ ዓመት ከይተረፈ ግዜ ኣለዎም ኣብኡ ማለት እዩ ሕጂ ስለዚ ሳይን ኣፕ ግበር ናይ ላይብራሪ ካርድ ንጠቀመሉ ትናላ ሶሉስ ድማ ካብ ሳዱስ ክሳዕ 4 San Antonio Museum of Art ትብልቱ ከኣኒ እንታይ ፕሮግራም ኣሎ ሶሉስ ከኣኒ ናይ free family day ብነፃ ተኣቱ ማለት ናብቲ ሚውዚክ ብነፃ ኣትኹ ናይ ቆልዑት ዝኾነ ዝሰርሕሉ ናይ ኢድ ስራሓት መደባት ኣሎ ብዙሕ ነገር ኣሎ ማለት እዩ ብነፃ እዩ ወልሓንቲ ንከፍለሉኛ ስለዚ እዚኣ ናይ ሶሉስ ፕሮግራም ማለት እዩ ካልአይቲ ከኣላ ካብ ሰዓት 3 ክሳብ ሰዓት 8 ከኣል ከላ ካልእ ቦታ ማለት እዩ እታ ካልአይቲ ካብ ሰዓት 3 ክሳብ ሰዓት 8 ዘላ ማለት እዩ ከኣኒ ናይ ሶሉስ ከኣኒ ደዊት ሚውዚየም ዝበሃል ብስ ናይ ዳይኖሶር ቅርፂ ገርመ ብዙሕ ነገራት ኣሎ ኣብኡ ከዓ ክንሪኦም ትኽእል ማለት እዩ እዚ እውን እንታይ ብነፃ ግን ኣብ መዓልቱ ክክር ኣለና መዓልቱ ሰዓቱን ንሓዞም ኩሉ ኣብዚ ኣብቲ ኣንደይ ሰዳታ ዘላ ብኩሉ እዚ ንብሎ ዘለና ኣሎ ሕጂ ሓንሳ ዲስከስ ንገብሮ ዘለና ድሓር ክሪኦ ከለና ክርዳእና እዩ ዝብል ማለት እዩ በቃ ኣብኡ ከይትሲ ናይ ረቡዕ መደብ ኣሎ ናይ ሓሙስ መደብ ኣሎ ዓርቢ ቀዳም ብሙሉ መደባት ስለ ዘሎ ኣብ ወዲእኽን ንደቅኽን ክትወስዶም ወይ ክትዘናግዖም ይኽእልኽን ማለት እዩ
The last thing I want to say, right now we are in almost March. Around April, your children will start taking state tests if they're in grades 3 through 12. They take the STAR test, they take the TOPAS test. Around May, you will start getting paperwork home that says if they passed or didn't pass those tests, as well as if they need to go to summer school. So if you have any questions when you receive those papers, to please let me know and I can help you to understand those. In Northside, we do have summer school for pre-K and for kinder, and it's for 14 days and it's full day. Also, if they're in 5th grade and they do not pass the STAR test, we have summer school for them. So some school districts have school in the summer for kids as well. So in 3rd grade is when they start taking STAR tests. Yes. But if you have a 5th grader, I know we heard 5th grade, 5th graders, they take 3 STAR tests. If they don't pass it the first time, they have to take it again. If they don't pass it the second time, they go to summer school and have to take the test again. So 5th grade and 8th grade is when they have to take a lot of tests. But again, if you have questions, to let me know. So thank you again. Again, everything's in the newsletter. If I update anything, I'll let you know of more free things to do for spring break. So thank you.
Thank you.
ሕጂ እንታይ ትብላና ብዛኣ ካብ ሳልሳይ ክፍሊ ነኛው ማለት እዩ ዘለዉ ኤግዛም ዝውአ ሕጂ ብዛዕባ ኤግዛም ዝወስድዎ ናይቶም ቆልዑት ካብ ሳልሳይ ክፍሊ ነኛው ማለት እዩ ሳልሳይ ክፍሊ ዘሎ ደቂ ንሓ ብዙሕ ኣይትፅና ልዕሊ ሳልሳይ ክፍሊ ዘለኹ ግን ኣብ ኤፕሪል ወይ ድማ ኣብ ወርሒ 4 ወረቐት ክመፀኩም እዩ ብዛዕባ ናይቶም ቆልዑት ናይ ኤግዛም ናይታ ቴስት ትወስድዋ ማለት እዩ ስታር ቴስት ይበሃል ሕጂ እዚ ቴስት እንታይ ብሎ 3 ግዜ እዩ ትወሰድ እዚ ቴስት ቀዳማይ ግዜ ተሓሊፎም ፅቡቕ ተረኣ ተሪፎም ካልኣይ ክዕድላ ማለት እዩ ኣብታ ካልኣይ ክዕድል ተተሪፎም ግን እንታይ ይገብሩ ማለት እዩ ግድን ሳመር ስኩል ክወስዱ ኣለዎም ኣብቲ ክረምቲ ተማሂሮም ክወስዱ ኤግዛሞ ማለት እዩ ሳመር ስኩል ከዓኒ እዚና ናታ ቤት ትምህርቲ ትምህሮ ሕጂ ሳመር ስኩል ንብል ኢና ኢና ን14 መዓልቲ ማለት እዩ ሙሉእ ሳምራ ይኮን ዝመሃርዎ 14 መዓልቲ ልክዕ ከምታ ናይ ትምህርቲ ሰዓታት ዝመሃርዎ ከምኣ ክመሃሩ እዮም ላክቲ ዝኾነ ሓድሽ ነገር እንተሎ ከዓኒ ክሰደድ ኣብቲ ስፕሪንግ ብሬክ ክትገብርኦ ዝኽእል ዕረፍቲ ገለ ዝኾነ ሕቶታት እንተለክ ዘይተረዳእክሉ ኣነ ክሕግዘክን ትምልእ ትብላላ ዝኾነ ሕቶታት ብዛዕባ እቲ ናይ ስታር ፕሮግራም ዘሎ ማለት እዩ ንዓሚ ሓታ ንክእልና ብጣዕሚ እዩ ከመለይ
Thank you.